Hey friends, welcome to this week's video. I know it's been a little bit of time since I've seen you guys last, but work's been insane and I finally found some time to shoot a video, and it's around a bag that I've been wanting to do for a while. Last few years I've been rocking with a bag from Vinta supply, and the Type 2 is the one that I wanted to shoot this video on. Personally, I have a ton of backpacks. I just like having a backpack on me, and as a result I have a lot of variety. I mean, I even recently just got a small errand bag to run around with the one wheel, make things easier when I do returns and other things around the city. But normally I usually swap between two bags, and that's the Vinta Type 2 for my work bag, and then work and project bag, and then I have the giant Burton bag for like groceries nowadays because, you know, COVID times. Anyway, yeah, but the Vinta has been super reliable for me for work and for any time that I need to bring my laptop or a bunch of gear. So that's what I'm kind of going to go over about how the newest version holds up.
Give it up, gonna be all that's gonna be. Give it up, gonna be all right.
The Vinta S2 has an exterior that is comprised mostly of waterproof twill. However, there are some leather accents to make the bag look good. It comes in a variety of color themes that persist into the accessories if you do choose to opt into one of their extended pack offerings. That twill used to be rough to the touch. However, in the S2 bag, it's a nice, smooth, and very pleasant texture while still looking sharp. Storage is ample on its own, but really becomes useful if you decide to get those travel packs as aforementioned. We'll get into that a little bit later into this review. The interior can fit a 16-inch laptop from my experience, which is an upgrade from the old back where I had an issue getting my MacBook Pro inside of it. The front of the pack has an easy access pouch with the magnetic flaps. Inside there's some organization for pens, cables, and other small gadgets, as well as able to fit a smaller tablet or notepad. The top of the bag can be accessed via a zippered flap behind another magnetic flap. Inside this lid, there's another zippered pocket for battery packs and passports. One of the major issues I had with the first version of this bag was that the pockets were very small and could not expand very much. They could fit a very slim thermos or water bottle, but if you tried a full-size water bottle, you'd be out of luck. However, with the new version, they have added stretch zones, and now they can accommodate bigger water bottles now, which is a very welcome addition. The other issues that I had with this bag is that they were initially targeted for camera people, and it was supposed to be able to securely hold a tripod. However, in the old bag, it was very cumbersome and very difficult to get a secure lock on the tripod because it was using a Velcro system. It would come undone all the time, and it just felt really unwieldy when you were swaying around with it. Sometimes that would come loose, and then my tripod would be flying. In the new version, they've upgraded to a leather hole and peg system that works 1,000 times better, and it feels great on the backpack, keeping everything locked in tight, and it doesn't feel like it's very far from my body. In terms of the back padding, they've added some structured zones. It's not as pillowy as the old bag, but this version breathes better, and it does feel more comfortable, ironically. They've also added a luggage sleeve on the back of this version, which I love. This was a huge use to me when I was traveling for work, and is something that I used all the time. Similar to how they added structure to the back, the straps now have more structure. The old versions were stitched on the outside only and had a gel-like material in the middle. While this was nice to the touch and to the squeeze, it did tend to shift and get uneven and leave bend marks in the actual straps themselves. With this new stitch down the middle, it seems like that has fixed that issue. It makes everything very even and everything kind of stays in place, so as a result, the bag is more comfortable. However, I do have some concerns about the durability of the twill on the top of the straps, as I did manage to stress tear them through some use. But Vinta has amazing customer service, and they got me a new bag within a week, so I'm super impressed. I haven't had an issue with the straps tearing since. However, if we're looking at the biggest difference from the S1 and the S2 bags, it's definitely going to be the option of adding the pack variants. Vinta offers matching packing cubes and smaller field packs that are made of the same twill as the bag. This gives better organization and allows for quick loadout changes. So if you're someone who wants to switch from beach day to photography gig, this is perfect. Packs also have their own handles, so they can be carried by themselves if you feel like you don't want to choose between the two. Inside each cube, there is a lid with zippered pockets for additional organization and separation. When purchasing, you can opt into the bag alone, or either the camera or travel cube versions as an addition. The travel cube is simply a packing cube with ample space for a day trip's worth of clothes and toiletries. For this version, the packs close down really well, and the lid is perfect for separating out liquids. As for the camera cube, it's the same as the travel cube, with the additions of Velcro strips that can be used in congruity with the adjustable padded walls to help you create a safe carry environment for your cameras, microphone, lights, and expensive electronics. Lastly, the field pack is a smaller pack that can sit on top of your packing cube and allow you to carry things you want quicker access to, like lenses or camera straps. This pack is easily accessed from the top front zippered entry as shown earlier in this review. Vinta also offers accessory straps for the bottom of the bag that are great for towels, blankets, and dirty clothes. So if you find yourself doing a lot of beaching or doing casual hikes, it's a pretty good thing to have. I didn't get them the first time around when I bought the S1, then I found immediately a ton of ways I could have used that, and I could have simplified my carry. So when buying the S2, I ended up getting the straps and I haven't regretted it. From a comfort and carry perspective, the Vinta Type 2 really meets my needs, checks a lot of boxes in terms of organization, comfort, and easy access to items. It's not the most easy access bag out there, however, for my needs, it's extremely handsome looking, which I do like, but it still meets the needs of easy carry. The things that I would say is that it's probably not one of those bags that you would want to overstuff, because it does get a little bit of sway when you have a ton of electronics in there. However, for most people's everyday carry, especially if it fits within those cubes and you're not trying to overstuff them, they'll be really comfortable to carry all day with no problem. So if you're looking for a bag, and $200 is not too much money, and you really want something that will help with your organization, especially if you have a lot of electronics, I think Vinta's got you. The lifetime warranty is great. They're very responsive with customer service, and they'll help replace or fix any problems you may have. So I think they are definitely worth a consideration here. Things I did forget to mention in the review are that field pack that I mentioned, that smaller pack, that does come with any travel cube that you buy. So if you're looking to buy the travel or the camera cube, the travel pack is part of it. So it's not like you have to buy that separately. If you buy that as a pack together, they all come together. The other thing was that the Cam Newton version is slightly different. It does have a little bit more space for pens. The interior pockets have a little bit more credit card slotting and cable management. So there are some optimizations that are in that version. They do come in some pretty different colors. So like the berry and the sandstone are pretty out there, but if you can rock those, added organization is pretty cool. And I think right now they're selling for cheaper, like $20 to $30 cheaper than the regular Type 2s. So if you're interested in those, check that out. Otherwise, I think that the bag's perfect for day trips, and especially if you carry around camera gear. It's wonderful. I like having those packing cubes, and sometimes I even carry those for like a really short trip. I just carry the packing cube alone, get on a quick flight and come out. It was something that I did quite a bit right before COVID. But yeah, in terms of that, I think that's everything with the review. But I did want to thank you guys tremendously. You guys helped me hit that 500 mark, and that's awesome. Again, we're trying to get to 1,000 at some point, but the 500 mark is really, really big, and I really appreciate that you guys have been so engaged and commenting all the time. There are days where I have to like really sit down and look for those comments because they get lost sometimes, but I am trying to respond to all of you guys, and I appreciate it. In the future, which hopefully should be soon, there are videos coming. I know I promised you guys that I would shoot the the Jabra update for the ANC that they put on the 75Ts. So that's the next video coming. I'm also going to do something for this 500 special. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm talking with my roommates and trying to understand what I should do, but something will be there for the 500. There's also some like seat cushions that I had to get because my setup needed it, and like rum and all these other things that we have to do. There's also some tech coming in through as well, but we're trying to mix up the reviews a little bit, not make it all tech, just to give it a little bit of change in pace, and hopefully not make the content too boring. But anyway, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for the 500. I hope to see you very, very soon. Again, if you're new here, consider liking, subscribing, commenting, doing all the things that you normally do on a video that you like and love. And I will see you shortly. As always, appreciate you. Peace.